Hello and welcome to another Demon212 VC review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Super Mario Bros. On the NES. If you've never played it before, it's a side-scrolling platform game. Basically you run left to right, jumping enemies' heads and the likes, and etc, etc. So at the start you've got one player and two player game. It's a take turns game, it's not co-op or anything like that. Basically when one of you dies, the other one gets a turn. So the whole point of the game though is jump on enemies' heads to kill them. You can't jump on every enemy's heads. There's things like piranha plants which you jump on them, you die basically. As a small Mario, you can't actually hit those blocks there. Well, you can hit them, but you can't break them. So you basically have to get a mushroom or a fire flower to become Super Mario, and they allow you to destroy the blocks. There's pipes here that you can actually go down, and they're basically sometimes are just bonus areas for coins. Basically, that one there is the first one to go down, and it just, as I say, you just literally go there, collect coins, and then it whacks you back into the level. So the only reason I'm not showing it though is quite simply because it also skips a lot of the level, and I don't want to do that because I want to be able to show you the fire flower, which I've got here. So as Fire Mario, it's the most powerful you can get. You can't get anything else, you can't go another phase after that, and the whole point is you can just hit the one button, which is also your run button, and you'll throw fireballs to kill enemies. A lot of enemies can be killed with the fireballs, not all of them though, and most of them do take one hits, although Bowser, who's basically the boss of every world, he takes something like, I think, 10 hits. The whole way to end a level though is basically you run and you have to jump onto this flagpole here, and then that's the end of the level. Unless you're on Bowser's, and then you basically beat Bowser. If you manage to land on that flagpole on a certain number of the last bit of the timer, then you will actually get fireworks, which aren't important or anything. They're just like a little extra animation that give you points, so that's pretty cool. Gameplay pretty much stays the same. Sometimes you'll get swimming sections where even then it's pretty much the same. You'll just swim left to right and get to the end. There's also the likes of one-up mushrooms, which I haven't mentioned yet. It's they don't do anything power-wise. They just give you an extra life. You can also get extra lives by collecting 100 of the coins. This is the first invincibility though that I can show you, and basically this allows you to just run into any enemy and kill them in one, which is pretty cool. You don't have to worry about jumping on them. You don't have to hit them with fire flowers. You just run into them and jump. Well, sorry, run into them. So that's that then. There's also, because there's 8 worlds and 4 levels on each world, there's also warp pipes, which basically are pipes like these here, just that I'm in now, and they'll warp you to certain worlds. So like there's one for world 2, 3, 4, etc. and the likes. And all they basically do is like allow you to skip forward through the worlds, so you can actually beat the game without beating every single level. But I'm not showing you them because it's the hidden areas basically, and I don't want to show you anything that's going to help you beat the game type thing. It's something that you should find on your own. The whole point of the game though, as I say, is you're supposed to be finding Princess Peach really, and for some unknown reason they decided that it would be a platformer game to find Princess Peach. It's more the type of thing that you'd expect in a Zelda game, but yeah, whatever. There's all sorts of different enemies, as you can see though. There's ones that will fly and the likes that will put you off. There's not so much enemies, but there's moving platforms that can really be a pain later on. And there's oh, there we go. There's also platforms that actually sink down, and actually if you stand on them for too long then you'll fall to your death. Getting hit, basically when you get hit you go straight back down to small Mario. So like if you walk into an enemy and you're not invincible, or if you jump on one of the piranha plants and the like, so something like that, something that can't be killed by a jump, then you'll immediately go straight back down to small Mario. This is the Bowser's Castle though. I personally think this is probably the best music on the game. It's a tie between this and the tunnel, so I'm going to shut up now and let you listen to a little bit of the music. As you can see now, there's fireballs starting to go across the screen, and that basically means that I'm close to Bowser. This is Bowser though. You can either jump over him and get this axe, and this will destroy the walkway here that I'm currently on now, and that will kill him straight away. Or as I say, you can hit him with fireballs, which that one there actually only took 4 fireballs. But whichever way you decide to kill him, you'll then go through this screen, and you'll get the most infamous line ever: "Thank you Mario, but our princess is in another castle." So that's the whole point. You've done the first world, now you go on to the next world and you do this through all 8 worlds. The only other thing really I've got left to mention is continuing on. There aren't actually any continues on the game, but you can actually continue on from a game. Basically, when you go back, when you die and lose all your lives and all that, then you go back to the starting screen. and by holding down the 2 button and pushing the start button at the same time as you holding 2, then it actually lets you start from the world that you're on. So not the level, so like say if you, for instance, if you died on World 3, Level 4, you died killing Bowser, well obviously not killing Bowser but trying to kill Bowser, then it wouldn't take you straight to Bowser's castle, it would just take you to the first level of that world. But even so, it's still pretty useful and something really good about the game, because I don't actually know anyone who's managed to beat this game in one continue. It has been done, because I'm pretty sure someone holds the world record for it, but it's not something that I know anyone of doing. The only other item on the game are these springs here, which obviously they just spring you up and the likes. So that's that then. Graphically, as you can see, it's pretty much the first NES game ever, so it's nothing too special, but at the same time it holds a nice retro chicness type thing, you know, a nice bit of nostalgia. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.